Hello. So today I'm going to, okay, I've never done a Let's Play of a Sims game, but I really want to play the Cottage Living. I thought, well, since I make videos of games anyway, I might as well maybe try and make a video of it. I don't know if, like, I end up deciding that it's really boring to watch myself play the game. I might never upload this or something, but I thought it was something worth trying. Oh, look at how big the moon is. I never noticed that. I just finally finished this lot. I started it like at 10 a.m. when the pack came out, and it took me forever to actually get it done. And I basically never buy packs when they first come out, but like I had some birthday money and I've been sick recently, and I was like, I don't know, I can reward myself. I can go a little bit crazy, do something insane, like spend $30 on something for once in my life. I'm like the person who cries in the grocery store because cheese is $4. Can you believe some cheese is $4? Anyway, so basically, the basic premise, I think this is going to be a rags to riches type thing, even though I know they have money right now. I'm going to get rid of the money. They only had money because I had to, move them in and build on the lot and stuff. But it's not like a starting from nothing rags to riches. It's more of a, like, remodel type situation where this person has inherited a totally crappy, run-down farm. Like, when I show the house, you'll see there's, like, holes in the walls, there's plants growing through it. It's not, like, complete rags to riches, but it's more like, the goal would be renovating the house and actually having enough money to clean up all the rusty old tools and all the holes and, I'll go over the goals and everything later. Right now, I think what I'm gonna do is I'll go into build mode, I'll show the property really quick, then I will go into create a sim, I will show the people who are gonna be the main characters of the Let's Play, and then I'll actually start playing the game. So you can skip those parts if you want to. I'll, like, put the little, you know how you can segment a video off into sections or whatever on YouTube now? But yes, on to showing the stinky, decrepit farm. So here's kind of a view of the whole property, which is you have the house, and then this is a gardening area, and I put some fake garden sections, like these are not real crops, I just put them there to kind of fill out the lot, because it's like the biggest lot or whatever. This is a pond, this is a dirtier, nastier pond that has been abandoned. This is where the chickens are, and this is or I guess where the chickens will be. I don't know, did they come in it, or do you have to buy them? It says I have 0, so I guess you have to buy them. And this is where the, animals could be if I bought some, and there's a well. And then I noticed that there was this little shack here off the lot, so I put one on the lot and another little one over here. So that's kind of the general layout. I'll go over the house first. So as you can see, the outside of the house, there's like plants growing off the roof, cracks and scrapes on the walls, there's mold and stuff on these things. One of these windows is boarded up, there's like ivy growing over it and stuff. It's very like, there's like old boxes and barrels, and this is like a cool little sitting area, but also there's a bunch of old tools and sacks of things, and this is like an old mattress and just junk. The whole place was left pretty junky by the people who abandoned it. An old giant wheel, and the front entrance is right here, and this is like the front porch area. They have a little hanging swing, and they have this kind of, I don't know, this weird little entrance section, and in the entrance they have a little bench and a jar and like gardening material, like soil bags and stuff. And then this is the front door. And then when you first come in, you have a little place to put some stuff down, I guess, leave your boots. See, there's a crack in the floor. And there's this little weird section with some of this stuff is custom content. I have a lot of custom content downloaded. Because again, I don't spend money on the packs. I try and buy an expansion pack as little as possible and just get a bunch of stuff for free. There's cobwebs, the window is shattered, there's a broken little pane in the window. This is stuff for the cat. They have a junky little desk with a cheap computer. And then this is the kitchen area. which has got holes in the walls, stuff all over the floor. Got some open shelves, some stuff on it, like a recipe book, you know, just general, a little basket of, I don't know, basket of vegetables? The basket of vegetables. And there's another place to set things down. And then you have this little hallway. And from the hallway you can go into the dining room. And you see it's kind of just like a nook with, again, the walls are dirty. There's stuff leaking on them. This is where there's a hole in the wall. Do you see this, how the bricks end? And on the other side it's just covered up by a bunch of curtains and blankets they put on the wall. And here it's covered up by a curtain. So there's a big hole in the wall right here, peeking through. And then you have the mismatched chairs and some, just some quaint little candles and a pitcher. And then that's what the other side of it looks like. And then from this part of the hallway, you have the creepy, very musty, dusty, dirty way to get down to the basement cellar. And then you have the bathroom, which is pretty basic. Again, cracked up walls, lots of stuff on the walls, old mirror, litter box, really plain sink, really plain toilet, but with some flowers on top of it, and like an old shower. And then from this hallway, you go into, this is the main living room. Again, lots of dirtiness on the floor. They have one little fireplace with some tea and stuff on it, and this really tiny TV with some bread, like bread rolls and stuff, I guess for breakfast. A plant in the corner, and then here's the seating area, and something for the cat. It's a furnished house, but it's a very old, run-down furnished house, and there's minimal furniture. I mean, there's clutter. I gotta have clutter. I can't build a place without clutter. There's clutter, but there's like minimal, as far as the functional furniture goes and stuff that's not just cracks and holes in the wall, minimal furniture. And then back here, I know this is an animal bed, but I was thinking it's just like a bunch of pillows that people can come sit on if they want to, like, it's like a little reading corner. And here's the, it says it's like, I forget what it's called. Not cross stitch, I don't know. The thing that comes with the pack, it's an activity you can do. And this, there's actually a bird in here. It's a bird cage with a bird in it. So they have a pet bird too. And then from this, you can go into this room, which is the bedroom of the main person I'm going to be playing. So there's, again, muck and gunk and nastiness all over the walls and under the bed. And they have a hole in their room that they've covered up. And they put a few lights on the walls. And they put like these to cover up the scratches. And again, more broken glass. The pane of the window is broken. Very, very simple. A tiny little desk, a lamp, and a table. More broken window, and like a basket with some blankets in it, I guess, in case they get cold, because all their windows are broken. And in this room, in the living room, you can go up, and this is like, it's supposed to be kind of like the storage attic. You see there's just junk. It's just, I'm trying to make it look like this is an old, crappy house that's been abandoned, that was given to this person that's moving in. So, like, all of the other person who used to live here stuff is here. It's just gotten, like, an accumulation of nonsense over the years. There's, like, a little old piano in the corner covered in cobwebs and, like, an old mirror and an old sign from a cafe. Like, things that are totally irrelevant. A bunch of boxes and just stuff, and there's a little chest thing, and this overlooks the rest of the apartment. And you see they have they've hung clothes up here. It's a good place for clothes to dry because they can kind of just hang stuff in this area. So up here, one of the people, which I'll go over the 3 people that are living here next, one of them lives up here because it's the only place they could find a space for them. So they kind of put up some room dividers and just made their own little. And this furniture is a little bit fancier because the person who moved in here brought this furniture. It's not actually from the house. They obviously didn't bring the bed because the bed is not matchingly fancy like everything else is. But yeah, it's just like a little bedroom area. They have their little chair, stuff, some suitcases, some toiletries. Here's the roof, which is just overgrown with a bunch of plants. It's also crackledy. Everything's all nasty. There's like these sections that maybe at some iteration that used to be decks that people could go out onto, or like actual balconies or something, but now it's just overgrown. It's just nothing. Then the last place is down here, which is like the cellar kind of section. So you come down here and you see there's like some bread and a basket, and this is like where they process some of the food from the farm. They'll hang up herbs, they put, because you know, like you age cheeses and stuff in like a dark cellar, I guess. I don't know a lot about that type of thing. They've got like herbs and a saw, bags of flour maybe, I don't know, like, you know, a little cookbook. It looks like they're doing things, looks like they could be making elixirs, pickling, canning, doing stuff like that. They have a little sink and some chili peppers and a workstation and like a, I don't know, not like a place to smoke things. And then here's the water, the water heater and some sort of a, I'm gonna say this is like the electricity panel. I don't know what those are actually called. The fuse box, even though I think it's a fire alarm. It's like the room where they keep, you know, meats, cheeses, old pickled things, meats and cheese they're preparing, mushrooms. Basically all of this is custom content because, you know, I like details and I like clutter, and the game doesn't have a lot of clutter in it naturally. Hanging meats, you know, and of course some cobwebs and stuff, but like food processing cellar. And then this room is where the third person lives. They have this tiny little basement corner to themselves where they just have a little fireplace with some soup on it, and a cardboard box with some of their stuff on it, and a suitcase with wine on top of it, a little corner closet thing to wash themselves with, a sofa bed, and a little crappy TV. And so that is the whole house. Now I will briefly kind of go over the outside. There's like a hose and some stuff hung up, and here's a cat tree, and there's like a shovel and a garden tool, and I think I meant to make this not blue. A butter churner and a little bench to sit on, and, you know, some hanging stuff, and a ironing board, thing to wash clothes in, and some folded shirts. And then you come off of the back porch area, and there's a birdhouse and a bench, and this is like another work area, I guess, you know, place to work on things outside. And this is, I think, a cherry tree, and then a spamito trap, and then I don't know how these things work, but I think it's a really cool concept. Apparently if you put these down, there will be like fireflies right here, which, like, awesome. I love practical effects like that. I wish we could have more like running water effects and blah blah blah. And then this is, again, that little section where it's like, it's just like over here, it's more just a bunch of junk, like an old decrepit chair on top of old farm implements and stuff that are not used anymore. And here's the boarded up, I think that's a bathroom. Yeah, the boarded up bathroom window and everything, and an old mattress. But then when you come under here, it's kind of a place to sit. They have a little cot and a little bench there, and it looks cool at night. See, like, it's like at night, it's like a cool little, you can hang out under here. It'd be a cool place to sit by the tree and stuff. And then here's some old, again, more like old farm tools and stuff that have just kind of, they just got left in the middle of the yard, and they've been there so long, they've grown over with a bunch of flowers and weeds and stuff. And this is apparently, it says, flock of wild birds. I don't know if that means wild birds will come out of it or something. I thought that was kind of cool. And you have this little patch of stuff. These, again, are not actual crops. And then here's a little section with a turned over wheelbarrow and an old water pump thing and a fallen tree. Fireflies come out here too. And then here's one little shed. And like through the whole property, you can see these collapsed fences. So this place used to have like a fence like all the way around it, but now it's kind of just only in a few places. So this is a shed, which is a really old shed, which, I don't know, maybe they kept something in at some point. And this is another shed that, again, maybe they kept something in at some point. They don't use it anymore. There's an old tractor back here with like a bunch of weeds growing out of it, and it's gotten all rusted and gross. Here's the edge of the property. I kind of, because I'm trying to make it look like it's part of the world, I kind of tried to blend it into the rest of the world. Like, I tried to use the same trees. Like, this is the same tree as this one, so I kind of try to not make it too distinct from... And you have this little stump with mushrooms on it and stuff, and there's ducks in the water, and fish, and these swans, I think. And again, some fallen fence posts around this little pond. And at the pond, they have a bench to sit on and a little light on a barrel, so they can go out there at night and still be able to see. Some fence posts, like the rest of the whole fence has fallen down. All that's up is just the posts. And this is the main gardening area that I have planned out with, like, I don't know how these work. I guess you plant things in rows. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. And then here's more just blank wilderness with just a bunch of flowers and stuff. And this is like supposed to be the front gate, even though this is all these fences are from the live edit objects menu, and I'm pretty sure the Sims can just walk through those. So I don't think they're like actual objects that register in the game, but this is supposedly the front gate. This is like the only part of the fence that's actually still up, even remotely. All the rest of it has fallen down. There's this little chicken thing, and I hid. It's a chicken bush. It's the shape of a chicken, but it's kind of like everything is so overgrown you can't even tell there's a bush in the shape of a chicken over there. And then of course we've already seen this part. This is the front of the house. And here's another shack. I think this one probably maybe is where they would keep like firewood and stuff. Like it's more of like like the sheds in the back or maybe tool storage and stuff, and then this is like things they might actually need for the house because it's slightly closer to the house. So like firewood or like buckets for the well or something that would kind of make sense to be in the same general area. And there's more fireflies over here. And you can see I hung this not that. These lights are from the live edit objects menu. I just hung them in the tree because I thought that kind of looked cool. And then, you know, here's another overgrown section near the well. What is that on top of the well? Is that a little hummingbird or something? A penguin? Or just a normal bird? I can't tell what it is. Anyway, there's a well there, and more section of just overgrown stuff. Like, again, this place, this whole yard has not been manicured in a really long time, so. Then this is pretty, I mean, self-explanatory. It's the little sheds for the things. I put some of these things from, I don't know what these are. I think it's dirt, but I was gonna think they're dirty water troughs. I thought it was like brown water with leaves floating on top of it. Now that I look at it, I think it's dirt, but I'm just gonna say they're dirty water troughs, and there's dragonflies on top of them, and like a little stack of hay bales that I made. You can see like even the inside of the animal coop places are kind of overgrown. There's flowers growing everywhere. There's just wilderness overtaking everything. And then in this part of it, which is like the part that nobody even goes to because they would have to like go outside of their fence just to get to it. Broken down old wooden fences and a big tree, and then this is like dirty, stagnant water. There's mosquitoes in it, and there's a mysterious glowing thing in it, and tadpoles. There's a little broken down log kind of hanging over it. And a rusty old farm tool that obviously is not being used because it's been grown over. And so that's kind of the whole, oh yeah, look at this little, I don't know, what, a little stone snail. But yeah, so this is the whole farm, the broken down house and all the little places. It's a really big lot. It took me a long time to put all this stuff in here, because like, especially all of these little low-lying pale yellow flowers that I covered basically everything with to be overgrown. I probably placed hundreds of those low-lying pale yellow flowers. And it's also super dark. Oh yeah, I also have this string of lights was also in the live edit objects menu, and I decided to hang a string of lights from the house to the tree just because, I don't know, I thought it looked kind of cool. And so it's obviously like a super cluttered, kind of crazy looking lot, but again, it's supposed to be like a worn down, you know, it's not supposed to be neat. There's supposed to be like a random clump of things in the middle of the yard that have weeds grown over them, you know, that's kind of the aesthetic. So I know it looks a little bit weird and probably isn't like what someone would consider a beautiful house, but that's not the point. It's rags to riches. It's not supposed to be a beautiful house. It will be a beautiful house maybe once once it's remodeled and maybe the layout is redone and everything. This is the crazy little excessively detailed rundown farm. And now I'm going to go over what the people are. This is the main the main character, the main person I'll be playing. She is the one who has inherited the farm. I'm not really sure if it was inherited, if it was given to her. And she's going to be the main one that's like, you know, raising cows and stuff, and whatever Cottage Living has to offer. Again, I don't know at this point. Anne Maria Gooseberry. I was trying to think of like a cottagey little name, you know, like gooses and berries and blah blah blah. Her main goal is to be a country caretaker, which is the new aspiration thing that comes with the pack. She's clumsy, creative, and loves the outdoors. And this is her main outfit. This is her formal outfit. I was trying to think of like nature-y stuff. What are those? Daisies? Daisies and daisies. I always want to call them sunflowers. This is athletic wear. These are pajamas. I think her whole vibe is like pretty like casual clothing. Like it's not too dressy. It's usually comfortable, stuff like sweaters, but also bright colors. And this is the party outfit. Again, I like the denim skirt with the embroidering on it because I think that's very like, I don't know, not farmy, but very with the aesthetic of the pack, I guess. Here's swimwear. Warm weather clothing. Now this doesn't really matter because I don't have seasons, so I don't really know when they put on warm and cold weather clothing. Like, oh, I could change it to this. This is a new top. And it matches perfectly. Okay, so that cold weather clothing is like this. Little hat and I like mismatched patterns like that. I'm gonna constantly flip-flop between Anne Maria and Anne Maria. I just know I am. So just be prepared for that. I'm never gonna say the name right. So Anne Maria somehow has come across this farm. It's like she was doing other stuff with her life. She was like, I don't know, maybe going to college or working some other type of job or whatever. And as soon as this opportunity came into her life to like inherit or be given or whatever, this like dunky old rundown farm, she was like, actually, you know what? I love nature. I think that actually sounds amazing. She just like scrapped it, like quit her job, everything else she was doing, and was like, I'm gonna move onto this farm and I'm gonna make this farm like my home now. I don't care about whatever else I was doing. I'm gonna move onto this farm. I'm gonna renovate this farm. I'm gonna make this my home. It's gonna be the best farm ever. So she has turned her life around and is super motivated now to do this farm stuff because it's kind of something. You know, that's like a thing that when you're like a kid, you see like a movie and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go live on a farm with a bunch of animals and be like, who is that princess? The Disney princess who talked to the birds or something? The Cinderella, maybe? Who's the one where like rats were sewing her dress? I don't remember. But you see that stuff in fairy tales. And so, but then like you grow up in real life and you realize actually farm work is really hard. Land is really expensive. Everything's very complicated. Well, I guess I'll just work at Starbucks and live with my parents for the rest of my life while paying off college debt, you know. But she was just like, this is my chance. I'm gonna live the dreams I had when I was a child. I don't care about anything else I was doing. It's farm time now. So that's kind of where she's coming from. And usually I don't flesh out a super strong personality for Sims before I play the game with them because I feel like they'll kind of evolve over time as I'm doing things, but the general idea is that she's a very practical person. She's creative, again, she's slightly clumsy, she loves the outdoors. She's like kind of, you know, like a practical, mellow, reserved person, but also really, I guess like hopeful or perky. Not like childishly optimistic, but also, you know, not like the typical crushing adult pessimism that everybody gets when they pass the age of 19. She's like a little more happy and, so, you know, practical yet perky, living her dream on the farm. A vampire, of course, because we have to have a vampire somewhere. Lyris Felstanin. They want to be a master vampire. They're a genius, stoic, and a snob. So yeah, I have a height slider. They're so tall, I can't see the top of their head. But this is what they look like. Will you stop doing that? I hate the vampire Sims because they go like, rah, 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 like every 5 seconds when you're just trying to look at their outfit. So here's their main outfit, these boots and a weird top and strange pants with a cape. I don't know. They have a odd fashion sense. And you see they have long elf ears. This is their formal clothes. This is the athletic clothes. Their arm is into their side because that's something that happens when certain items conflict with the height slider. I don't know why. And then fancy party clothing. And this is swimwear. Warm weather clothing. And this is cold weather clothing. Now, Lyris, I don't have much planned out about their past because they're supposed to be very mysterious. Now, Anne Maria hasn't had the farm for a very long time. She's probably only had the property for about a month. And during, like, the first 2 weeks or so that she lived there, Lyris just showed up and was like, hey, I used to work on this farm when I was younger. I kind of remember the property, and I know for sure that there's a cellar here. Do you mind if I just crash in the cellar? You're probably not using it, right? And then Maria was just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess. So, which nobody even knows if that's true. Now, they could be a 200-year-old vampire that, like, worked on the farm back in the 1800s or something when the property was first established. Or they could have just totally been making that up just because they were looking for a place to stay. They're, like, kind of a little bit, like, almost maybe they seem more mysterious than they are. They seem like they're just some evil vampire conning everyone, especially, you know how sometimes people just talk in a way that makes them sound suspicious? Like the way that they talk, and the way that they carry themselves, and the way that they have conversations, and the way they ask questions. They just seem like someone who's always trying to deceive you, or like they're always kind of up to something, or like they're not always telling the full truth. But they might actually be pretty honest. Nobody knows, nobody's sure, nobody has any idea what Lyris's origins are. All they know is all anyone knows is they showed up one day looking for a room. Who knows why they were looking for a room? Did they get kicked out of their old house? Nobody knows. They just wanted a place to live, and Maria was like, well, yeah, I guess I'm not using the cellar. Like, if you want to live down there, you can. So that's what they're doing. Maybe more about their secret past as a crazy vampire will be uncovered as things go on, but nobody knows. And then finally, there's Lord Persimmon von Algrove, who is a nerd brain aspiration, a scholar, neat, and a loner. And here's what his main outfit looks like. Again, gotta have elf ears. Everybody's gotta be an elf. I cannot play as a normal human. Who does that? And then here's his formal wear. You see he always has a bandage-wrapped hand. And this is athletic wear. Nighttime pajamas. Party wear, the giant dramatic cloak. Swimwear, like old-fashioned, like bathing suit type of thing. Hot weather clothing. Cold weather clothing. Now he is the most recent addition to the house, Lord Persimmon. He's only, as of when the Let's Play starts, he's only been there like a week. And basically, he's like a prince, an elven prince from some, like, not far away, kind of nearby, like maybe a few hours away place. And it's basically like the typical thing where, like, his parents are like, you don't understand hard work. You were raised getting everything you ever wanted, always at all times, and you get out of things. Like, you're always making excuses, you're never taking responsibility. You just sleep and eat grapes and listen to people play the harp all day. Ignore your princely duties to go pick flowers in the woods. Like, you have to learn how to do actual work and do actual things and be responsible before we can give you the throne or whatever. I don't know how royalty works. I assume one day when his father dies, he'll become the king. So they're kind of trying to build his character a little bit, so they shipped him off to a farm. They were just looking for some random farm in the middle of nowhere, and, you know, Anne Maria had just bought the farm. Like, a whole procession of rich elves in big carriages drawn by mighty horses shows up at the farm, and she looks out the window and she's like, what the hell is going on? And then one of the, like, royal advisors comes up and knocks on the door and is like, hey, we have, like, a prince from far away. Is it, like, okay if he comes and works on your farm for, like, a year? And she's just like, oh, I guess. Okay. Lots of random people apparently showing up and coming to live here, but I mean, I guess, you know, I'm here all by myself, kind of lonely, on this big-ass farm, so I suppose I'll take in another visitor. So he came here because he's supposed to start working on the farm. He's supposed to learn how to do hard work, but I have a feeling he's just gonna try and keep evading it. Getting out of work like he has been doing his whole life. He doesn't want to be there. He's a germaphobe. He hates everything. He hates working. He hates bugs. He hates animals. I mean, he has a pet, but he doesn't like farm animals. He doesn't like getting dirty. He wants nothing to do with this. He's used to having like a grand, luxurious palace to himself, and now he's living in this tiny little attic loft in a crappy, falling apart bed. And his only compromise was like, he will go do this on the farm, but he has to be able to bring his precious cat with him. So that's why Sir Plumpness the Nugget is here. This is Sir Plumpness the Nugget, who is Lord Persimmon's cat that he brought with him. You can see that's what he looks like sitting. Here's what he looks like sitting up. Here's what he looks like laying down. He is very plump and indeed very nuggety. And he is beautiful and he is perfect in every way. And that's all you need to know about him. No, he's talkative, clever, and affectionate. Now I will go over the goals. On Maria's goal, this is like the main thing that we're working towards in the Let's Play, is I've decided that once they get 25,000 simoleons, they can patch up the house. Like, because, I mean, obviously it's like arbitrary. There is no remodel the house function in the game. There's no like patch up the cracks in the walls because they're just decorations, they're not functional cracks. But my decision is like all of this stuff, like these cracks and the cracks in the windows, and all of this junk that's sitting out here, like this old mattress and this, and like the hole in the wall, this hole in the wall and stuff, like once they have $25,000 in their household, I will remove all the cracks and all the damage and all the old looking stuff and kind of make the house look a little bit nicer. I won't change the house. I'm not going to modify the rooms or the layout or anything, but like that's how much it will cost to do the necessary repairs. So the first goal overall is to get 25,000 simoleons so they can begin the phase of the first step in the process of taking the house from like decrepit looking to actually looking like a little bit nicer of a home. The only way to get that money is from doing the farming stuff. So again, I don't really know how the game works, I haven't played it, but so her main goal is get $25,000 from farming and animals and cows and doing whatever you have to do around the game so she can start the first phase of patching up the house. Her second goal, another thing that she wants to do, I have a mod that lets you have like live-in businesses like on your property. And this is like a future goal because she'd need a lot of money to be able to build this and stuff. But she wants to one day have a cafe here. So like the house will be here and then maybe like off to the side somewhere. So the layout will have to change. Maybe like here or something. There will be a little cafe. So she'll run a cafe out of her farm property and the products in the cafe will be like homegrown things or something. I don't know, maybe like milk tea and the milk is from the cows. Like I'm not really sure. That's like her distant goal once she has enough money. Maria's two main goals are basically farm, chickens, farm, until you have $25,000, fix up the house a little bit, and then farm, chickens, farm, cows, chicken, farm, until you have enough money to remodel the house, make it look really nice, and build your cafe and run a little cafe out of your farm property. Now, I always like to have multiple Sims on a property because, like, you know, eventually one Sim will be sleeping and there's nothing else going on. So that's why I also added two other ones, just, you know, for fun, to have some, like, side goals when maybe, like, Anne Maria is resting from her main goals. Now, Lyris's goal is, and this is a necessity goal, to get to the super vampire status. You know how the vampires can level up? I need to get them to the point where they are sun resistant, because I cannot stand that. I hate playing with vampires because they always walk outside and stand outside. And it's like, go, and they're like, I'm burning! Oh no, the sun! And it's like, go inside then! So, one of the things that I'll be passively working on in the background during the playthrough is that I have to level them up to the, you know, get them through the vampire levels until you get to that one where you have sun resistance, because that's going to be irritating to no end until I finally do that. And also, they want to join the style influencer career because I've never played it, and I'm just curious how it works. And then the prince really has no goals. He just wants to not be on the farm anymore, but that's not going to happen. So I was thinking maybe a side goal for him, because he has no aspirations in life. He just wants to eat grapes and listen to harps and, like, lounge in a palace. Why does he have to ever do work? One of his goals would maybe be to have a child, because his thinking is, if he can have an heir, then his family will focus on his heir instead of him, and he can just kind of dodge out of things. He'll be like, look, I have a son who's going to become king one day, so now I don't have to become king, so I'm just going to go live in a foreign country and hide out the rest of my days in my giant palace mansion, and you guys can leave me the hell alone. He wants nothing to do with his... He wants, like, the luxuries of the royal family, but he doesn't want to actually do any responsibilities that come with, like, being a prince or being a king. So his whole goal in life right now is, how can I dodge my responsibilities? What can I do to, A, not do a second of work on this farm, not lift a finger? How can I get out of working here? Second of all, how can I get out of everything in general? How can I get my family to leave me alone? Can I give them another heir to focus on? Can I, take the attention off of me and put it on someone else? Might also be like some sort of side goal for him, but mostly I think he's just going to be sitting around. He's supposed to be helping on the farm, so I'll have him like aid with gardening and stuff at some point. And of course, Sir Plumpness's goal is to be plump and beautiful and perfect and amazing and a nugget. So, and he's already achieved that, so he's like reached maximum fulfillment in his life. Now, actually, the thing is, I've kind of spent so much time going over everything. I do not have enough time to actually start the Let's Play. Like, I think I've recorded like an hour already, so I don't want to make this like a 2-hour long video, and my roommates are coming home soon. I'm gonna get a few things set up, but I might actually start the real Let's Play for real in a second video, even though I thought I was going to start it in this video. It took me longer than I thought to go over the property and all the characters, but you need that setup. You need to know who you're following and how it's... If you hear paper, it's because I have this written down on papers. I've done a lot of planning. First of all, I need to find out how much money it takes to buy chickens and stuff. I'm going to buy animals, and then I'm going to take all the money out, because they're not supposed to have money. It's supposed to be them starting with 0. Actually, the first thing is, everybody go inside. Actually. Get in the house. At least Lyris, because I'm going to lock them inside. How do I do this? I forget how to do this. Lock for a specific sim. Why can't I lock the door? For Lyris. I gotta get the doors and the beds set up. I forget that every time you start playing a household, you gotta get the doors and the bed set up. Now, I'm not gonna let the cat outside. I think that's too much to deal with. I'm sorry, they're gonna be an inside cat for now. No pets are coming in and out. Now, I don't know why I can't lock Lyris in. Lyris! You're gonna burn up in the sun! I usually lock vampires inside until I can get them to that point where they can go outside. I guess I'm just gonna have to manage that because I can't figure out how to keep them locked away. Lock door for everyone but Anne-Maria. And then this one is just going to be like a claiming bed situation. Everyone but Lyris. So now we have all that set up. I have to figure out, like, how do you purchase animal? Oh! Beautiful. $350, man. I want one beige llama. And Maria has unlocked the recipe for friendly treats. Information about the friendly treat animal treat has been added to Maria's notebook. Okay. I don't know what that is. Any fruit or veggie. So, when do I get the animal? This. Alright, hold on. I think they need food first. I'm not managing them. I usually have that cheat thing on where you can just click like this and then the hunger will go up, but I don't have it because, you know, the recent game update. You have to disable all your mods when there's a game update. Why is she so hungry? They all should have started out with the same amount of, like, hunger need, I guess. Oh no! I forgot that whole thing. I have that lot trait on where, like, you can't make food unless you have the ingredients. Oh, no. Order a delivery? We're gonna need a grocery delivery. I mean, okay, we have to give them something to start out with. Because, like, realistically, like I said, Aunt Maria has been doing the farm. She's been having the farm active for, like, a month. So I imagine, you know, she's got a few things in there already. Not much, but some. Okay. How about that? Now, when are you gonna... I'm just gonna die. I don't want to start this off with, like... They're so hungry. She's frozen. What in the world on earth? Oh, because it's paused. I wonder why she's not moving. Could it have to do with the pause button? Okay, get that delivery girl. I know, everybody's hungry. Why'd you turn the fireplace on? We'll gather your order and send a delivery sim right over. Oh, wait, no! I wanted to read about Sir Plumpness. Wait. Oh. Sir Plumpness can get inexplicably obsessed about things around the house. Keep an eye on your furry companions to discover their unique interests. Oh my god. I just love cats so freaking much. God, they're so perfect. Look. Look at Sir Plumpness the Nugget by the fire. Just being a baby. Baby jail. Now let's purchase chickens. Where are the chickens? Well, why can't I think I have a UI glitch going on, probably because of some mod that I have installed that I thought I took all the script mods out. I guess I didn't, because this looks weird. Usually that happens when the game updates and you have some mod installed that's conflicting with things. So maybe the chickens and cows are in my inventory because I don't see them in here. Even though I've purchased them. It says that I have, but I don't see them. Maybe they, like, walk onto the lot or something. I think maybe they end up in your inventory, and since I can't access my inventory currently because of problems, I'll figure that out later. I think the main thing right now is that they need to eat. Oh, I hope the grocery delivery gets here soon before everybody passes out. Oh, look at all the things flying around. There's like freaking birds. There's bunnies! Oh! Look at them. Look, it is a rabbit. Name Wild Rabbit. Borger. Oh my gosh, she's so miserable. Is everybody else miserable? They're bored, but fine. They're hungry too. Oh, is this the delivery person? Please, we're about to die. I also can't access chickens because my inventory is broken right now, which I'll fix when the game turns on and off. But, get it. Get your delivery. Get your delivery before you perish. Oh no, I hope I don't have to, like... Please put them directly in the fridge. I hope I don't have to, like, drag it from my inventory to the fridge. Unload delivery bag. Can you get out of my house now? Like... We did it. Oh! Ah! Ooh! This is one of my Sims! That's so cool. Terramund Marcel, I remember making him. See, now that's this. I'm playing this game in my town. If you've seen my other videos, I've made videos before showing locations that I've built that are in my Magic Town save, which is kind of like my customized town. Like, there are still, I guess, what are they called? Townies. There are still townies that are, like, randomly generated. But I tried to put in all of my own made Sims as much as possible. And, like, customize all the houses, customize all the community lots, like, totally just kind of make my own town as much as possible that's heavily customized. So, it's cool that instead of a randomly generated Dimbo, I actually got one of the Sims that I've made before. Can I cook now? Well, I can make eggs and toast. Alright. Just please, I mean, make something. Well, what do you blocked? Alright, I do have a lot of clutter. That is true. This whole thing has nothing on it. I mean, you can cook on it. I feel like this stuff shouldn't interfere with anything. Resume eggs and toast. Why? These are the cons of having a excessively, like, I don't know. Can I just literally just here? It's a cabinet. Do it. Ah! What can you not get to? Don't understand. Is it the dirts on the floor? These are just... You can walk over the dirts. Or is it the sink is messed up? I'll get you a different sink. I'm gonna take all the money out of their account. I'll take all the money out. I just need to, like, get all this set up first. I don't know, here. Like, look, everything, you'll have this. That's it. I'll move all this too. Everything is gone. It's totally clear. Why do you not move? Well, this is going well so far. They're gonna starve to death. There's gonna be some things I have to work out in this house first because I've put a lot of clutter in it. Every time I play in a household that has a little bit of clutter in it, there's like this whole beginning thing where I have to modify stuff. What if I just buy like a new stove? Like maybe it's just like, man, that stove's bad. Let's do this stove. Maybe it's the stain on the wall. I gotta keep the stains on the wall because we're not supposed to remove them yet. They can't be removed. It's part of the thing. I don't know. How about that? Oh, these menus are all messed up too, man. Grilled cheeses? Can we make some grilled cheeses? Please? I'm gonna order pizza. If this doesn't work, can't you order pizza? Will it be okay now? Have we done it? I think we've solved it. Whatever I moved, whatever clutter I got rid of. I think it should be okay now. Maybe everybody is not gonna starve. We'll just have to see. I do need to get out of the game and get back into it once I remove some script mods and stuff, because the UI is still messed up, but... Look at her. Look at her cooking. The kitchen is still dirty. It doesn't look as bad as it did before, because I moved stuff around, so I think I'm gonna try and mess it up again. Come get your food! Stop reading, you nerd. Oh yeah, what about baby? Oh, look at them! Somebody's gotta feed the child. Right? Fill it. You do that. You're not doing anything else. You're watching TV, lazy. Will you stop browsing the web on your phone? I hate that. Why does everybody want to use this sink? There's literally a sink here. We'll put the leftovers away too. Now they can eat them later. Did you hear that? I think I heard a cat meow. Yeah, no, I can't get started on any of this cows and all that until I fix the inventory, because I think maybe the cows are in the inventory. So, and I also I probably can't plant plants unless I can get seeds out of my inventory, so I'll have to go take all my mods out and find out what is causing the problem, and then come back to the game once it's a little more navigable. Which I need to do anyway, because this video's really, really long. I took so long with the introduction and everything. Oh, who's this? Who's this? Hi, Simon. Hi. Oh my god. And Axel. And Annie. Stop moving. And Mayor. Why is there so many? What? What? From fucking what? Oh my god! I was about to turn the game off, you... Well, I don't see why. Don't we have sprinklers? Put yourself out. I thought I put in the sprinkler system. Oh, come on. Well, we gotta not... I don't even see how that happened. There's the sprinklers, for God's sake. Why are you on fire? Because you're outside? Or because you were near the fire? Oh my god. I think there's some problems with this. I was so distracted by all the cats. Look, now all the cats are leaving. I wanted to talk about the cats. I didn't want to be interrupted by fire. I mean, what's more important? People being on fire or a group of cats? It was the group of cats. Where did they go? They scattered. The cats. Where did they go? And there's a rabbit. Is that Burger? Oh, it's Burger. Where are you? Are you safe? She's fine. She's like, I don't know what was just going on. I heard some people screaming. How did that happen? I mean, did he get too close to... It's like 2 Sims spontaneously combusted in 2 different places. Nothing in the house was on fire. It was just 2 people. I don't even get... Did the cats do it? Was it the group of 4 or 5 cats that were ominously gathering on the porch? Did they, like, put together their psychic energy to spontaneously ignite my Sims? Perhaps for not having food out? I think we have to fix that. We're gonna put cat food out here every day for those stray cats. Because I think they're gonna be angry. I mean... Will stray cats eat food on your lot? I think they need to. Because apparently they've cursed us already. If you could just go the hell inside. Tumultuous start, the UI is broken, a bunch of cats showed up, and everybody spontaneously got engulfed in flames. Okay, they still look cool, all burnt. It's like glamour, it's like fashion. Couldn't figure out how to cook for a while. Hopefully, I will fix whatever is wrong with the inventory not showing up, and then come back and do actually, this is like the very beginning of the Let's Play, but I haven't even played any of the farm part of the game yet. I was just getting stuff set up and catching on fire. So anyway, I'll leave that for now. Sorry, most of this was just introductions. And like showing the house and everything and showing the characters, but thank you for bearing with me during this tedious setup. Tune in for episode 2 if you're interested, which should hopefully be soon. Because I think I might like do that all day tomorrow and then just like try and... I mean, I'm not someone who could like make a video every single day because this is not my job. It's something that I do on the side, but I think I could like record 5 hours of footage and then edit them into lots of videos and then just like upload one like every other day or something. So I don't know, or maybe every day for a while and then every other day. We'll see how it works out, but I plan to continue if I can get everything together and have the game work. So goodbye!